Survived by the skin of his teeth in Group 1, finished in 5th position, which meant that he came back for this second group. And boy, has he started the day well. 2 matches played, 2 matches won from Chris Wakelin, and better yet, both the matches that he has played he's won by 3 frames to 0 each, which puts him in a commanding position at the top of the group, in a group that is still very, very tightly contested. "22 years of age, Jiahui, Chris Wakelin, 10 years his senior."
Yes, Jiahui been in a couple of ranking event finals. Of course, you know how difficult it can be to lift your first title. Vincent Jack Lisowski's been in 6 ranking event finals and he's lost them all. Chris Wakelin, former shootout champion, 10 years the senior of Jiahui at 32 years old. Jiahui just 22 still. Still a lot of learning left for Jiahui to do, you feel.
His 2 wins so far today, Chris Wakelin, have come against Robert Milkins in the opening match on table 2, 3-0. Really comprehensive victories over 2 brilliant players. Completely at sea, in all honesty.
22.
Found something, dug deep. And that's the beauty of this event, quickly.
Just missed just the cannon to that. Through for the blue to finish top side of it. Chris Wakelin, the only player in the group with a 100% record, 2 wins from 2, hasn't dropped a frame yet.
Just underlines and highlights how much they have both improved. Jiahui takes on Mark Allen, Chris Wakelin, Luca Brissell. Really causing too much problems to a player like Jiahui. I get the impression that he just thrives off the big occasion.
Actually walk out there and witness the true atmosphere of the Alexandra Palace. I'm sure both of these players will have. It's such a different thing when you watch it on the television to actually experiencing it firsthand and having to perform under that sort of pressure. But a bearing on your personality, I think a faster, more attacking player such as Jiahui is likely to thrive in that sort of an atmosphere because he's got that sort of flamboyant game to go with that sort of flamboyant atmosphere, if you will.
The crowds, they like attacking play, they like open snooker, high breaks, big breaks going in. Jiahui is a player that can do that. He can reel off frames.
Yeah, because, you know, you look at the way he plays, he goes for his shots, he's an attacking player, he's a fairly quick player. I mean, Rob's an extrovert, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jiahui isn't slightly extrovert in terms of his personality.
Got a chance to come through for the black as well.
35.
Well, he's perfect. He making just a little brush cannon off that,
42.
Bring them both into play once again. And he's just building these nicely.
Two reds together will be a problem later on because Jiahui will need one of them to make the frame safe.
50.
Time to just try and see out this frame, keep it tight. That's what he's tried and that's what he's got.
He felt he had the angle on the pink to run through and cannon the red towards the corner pocket.
Chris Wakelin, 7.
Oh, he's played this nicely. Touch of run inside. Both players happy enough. Just a little trace more right-hand side required. Well, it's a good hit, but he's left it.
One.
It's that keyboard.
4.
Pace and screw back for the black. Got the cue ball back out into open play, so what a chance this now for Chris Wakelin.
13. 16. 20.
To negotiate the final 2 reds that he needed when he was well in front in this frame, and Chris Wakelin. And in it goes, an absolute formality. So Chris Wakelin keeping 2 matches played, 6 frames won, and 1-0 up in this frame, looking to keep his perfect record going. He leads Jiahui. Table 2 over the other side of the arena in action as well. Pang Zhengzhu taking on Ryan Day. Day currently leading that match 1-0. That table is available on the Matchroom Multisport YouTube channel.
Must have perturbed him a little losing it the way he did, because he was firm favourite for most of that first frame.
They may opt to go slightly thicker on it. Right hand side, swing the cue ball round. Just took the chance of pushing that red over the corner completely out of the equation, playing it that way. Very much in Chris Wakelin's hands at the minute, it feels. He's playing some good stuff.
Yes, playing very solidly, has a lot of belief in his game. Believes in himself, that's the key attribute that he has right now. Although he completely misstruck that one.
One.
To take the cue ball around the table for position, and he's made a bit of a hash of that.
Jiahui ranked at 7th on the 1-year list, Chris Wakelin at 10th, so really shows just how well they've performed this season alone. You know, to be anywhere near, he's had just north of £250,000 earned on the table this season alone, Jiahui.
That's another great pot from Chris Wakelin. When you can knock long balls in like that to give yourself opportunities, it can make a huge difference. I've played each other once before. In the German Masters 2023, Chris Wakelin.
Chris is avoiding by playing the blue here. That black will pot into the left corner pocket, and at some point it'd like to...
Just didn't create enough topspin on the cue ball. That's why the cue ball... No.
Chris Wakelin, 10.
Although he's not made... Which is why he chose to come down the left side, completely take it out of the equation. And he's not got the best cue ball. Oh, this red's close. And now he needs help.
I've expected him to knock that in, and that's not such a bad kiss. Well, I thought he'd be on the blue. He isn't.
He'll just be trying to nip into this, pull the cue out as quick as possible to avoid a double hit. Yeah, no problems.
Eight. $13. $14.
Shunted it up towards that red that was on the cushion. Left himself in no man's land. Can get the cue ball in behind the yellow here though. The line's good, but how's the pace?
14.
Just a bit short.
Two reds just above the black spot. The left one of those. Oh, he's cut it much too thick. When he returned to the table, as it happens, he's anything but. He's back in amongst them.
1. $7. $8. $15.
Level things up here on table 1. Not been fireworks yet in this match. Both of these players, you might have predicted the form they're both in. Just taken a while or so to get going, but these short matches, very, very tough, and lots of snooker to be played over the next couple of days.
36. $43. 49. Foul, Chris Wakelin for Jiahui.
Ball a little bit too much for the Welshman, but a chance for him to turn things around in this group. Very tightly contested group, actually.
1.
2 matches to date. Chris, of course, has won both of his.
1.
Jiahui, the other player, who's currently in 5th position in the group. As I say, he's one of the 2 players that have played 3 matches.
Well, here is table 2 once again. Ryan Day well and truly over the line.
Chris Wakelin, 12.
And Ryan Day just asked referee Rob Spencer what is the highest break, to which he sort of shook his head as if he didn't know. He had a chance to pop the black off the final red, didn't take the black, took the pink because it was guaranteed. Absolutely cursed. He's made 3 maximum breaks in his career, and every time he's made a maximum, he's had to share the high break prize. Yeah, and Chris plays in the Masters against Luca Brissell next Wednesday, the 15th. But other than that, every other position in the group comes back for the next one. So it could be even more snooker for Chris Wakelin and, of course, Jiahui. Oh, and that was another beautifully struck strike from Chris Wakelin.
Almost a delayed reaction which completely altered the path of the cue ball there.
Chris Wakelin, 4.
So break ends again prematurely. He was in earlier in this frame and didn't make the best of it.
Well, you can see a little tap of the leg there from Jiahui, and rightly so. Chris has found one there.
In terms of playing a safety shot, that is. Well, he's played it pretty well. Could do without the cannon on the yellow, though.
And he's knocked a couple of brilliant long balls in already in this match, and that one, well, that felt like a sitter compared to the some that he has already knocked in.
And that's gone a little awry positionally. He's still just about on this red, but it's a thinner cut back than it should have been. No. So 3 great chances.
He looked razor sharp in his opening 2 matches. Even looking at him sat in his seat.
1.
Looks as if his mind is wandering. He can't let up. But he has another chance. And they're coming thick and fast at the moment.
1.
the red that's just to the right of the black available. And once that's removed, the black is an open play.
Twelve. $18. Bruce Wakelin.
An audible exclamation there from...
Today is all very much about jostling for positions. And all of a sudden, Jiahui has started really queuing across a few of these.
One.
It's such a funny game, isn't it, Dom? When you're playing well, it can work the opposite, can't it? It's quite contagious. You miss a few, your opponent misses a few, and all of a sudden, both players look completely gone.
When you're making break after break and you're potting everything that you're going for, it focuses the mind. And this is the problem when you're sat in a chair. If you've just made a mistake, you tend to dwell on that rather than...
Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with his long game, is there? It's his short game that's let him down in this frame. Get into these two reds. No, not quite. Just taking the points, which just the one snooker required for Jiahui, but there are a number of good snookering balls on this table. Oh, where's this? He's okay.
Just enough to deflect it away from the pocket. Oh, the double kiss.
Frame conceded.
Well, and there's the concession. I think both players... Remember, every frame won in this group stage of the event is worth £100. So Chris Wakelin, 2 matches played this morning, or this afternoon, £600 banked from those. 2 matches, or 2 frames, sorry, won in this game so far. So 800 quid in the bank so far, but of course, looking for much, much more. All about getting yourself into them playoffs tomorrow night to contest a place to book into winners group, where the players will be contesting a £10,000 top prize.
You can really amass a lot of prize money. Ryan Day was known for it. A few years back in Crondon Park, for instance, he would come in an early group and be guilty of playing too much match snooker and need a bit of a break when there's a big tournament, another big tournament around the corner. In this case, the Masters. That was a very audacious double from Jiahui.
I'm sure he'd like to erase the memory of that previous frame as quickly as possible, Jiahui, and what better way to do that than make a high contribution here. He missed a couple in that last frame that, I'm not going to say they're worrying, but for a player of his standard, he really did cue a few of them badly. Would just provide an opportunity to bring more reds into play. Hasn't taken the chance there.
21.
Blasting the blue in. Couldn't have played it any better, but it could have finished better, that cue ball.
27.
Well, chose to take the more difficult red, the red with more angle.
Decided to play it with his opposite hand. Didn't judge the cannon.
35.
Would normally be end of break, but Jiahui is a very aggressive player.
Jiahui 35.
I think he probably attempted it, but just caught it too thickly, and that's why the cue ball's only just about to trickle into bulk and not find the cushion.
But the red's not gone in, and that has been a bit of a theme of this match for Jiahui. His long game has certainly let him down at times.
I'd expect him to knock this in, but given the fact he missed his previous long red, maybe there's a bit more pressure on this. Oh, beautifully struck. It's a sort of shot that Jiahui likes, but...
You didn't even need to see the result of that shot to know exactly what happened. The sound that ball made, crashing into the back of the pocket.
8.
So looking to just put the finishing touches to this frame.
Twenty-one.
It's been a much better frame, this. Well, the pink stays out, so it's just the one snooker to tie for Wakelin currently.
28.
Force Jiahui into developing these two reds closest to the left corner.
Other red along the top cushion. Caught it too thickly though. Could cost him the frame, this.
Just doing the gentlemanly thing and letting Jiahui pop this red, and then I'm sure the concession will come.
1 and the frame.
And there it is. So Chris Wakelin's perfect record. Chris Wakelin looking to extend his unbeaten record. 2 matches played so far. He's won both. Still such a very tightly contested group.
One.
Chris Wakelin would have been disappointed to have left that straight red on for Jiahui. So he's first in here in this deciding frame. But this is a very important deciding frame for Jiahui, you feel.
Now it's about how many he can score. He'd probably like to pop the pink at some point. Now best to attack this break. I think if I was him, I'd be removing the pink. It will certainly go to the back of the pack.
23.
Was too straight on the red to play up for the blue, so you can often land amongst all the balls, but this will have finished well if the red doesn't go in, but it has.
It's a big shot if he's going to take it on, because he's bringing reds into play as well. And oh, Chris Wakelin has potted the pink. Well, two of the most unluckiest shots you will ever see back to back. Playing the wider safety shot to try and get in behind that big target.
Still feeling positive though, he's taken this red on to the right corner. No.
Just trying to nestle on this one closest to the black.
He's certainly got the pace. How's the line this time? No good again.
And worse yet, he has left a tempter now to the middle pocket for Jiahui. Just means he needs to pot less balls if he gets a chance.
Jiahui 4.
Just not. It's Wakelin. Just can't get that one opportunity that he's looking for. He's hit the red, but he's left it.
One.
I think you could say is that this match, this victory potentially for Jiahui, is more important to him than all of a sudden he'll be joined near the top of the table by Jiahui. They'll have both played 3 matches and won 2 of them.
17.
And in it goes. So solid performance in the end from Jiahui. It took on a number of occasions, in particular that snooker in behind the brown. Little glance at the score before he attempted that red. Chris Wakelin just doing the maths as well.
One.
Possibly just. But at this stage, so far behind, he's not just looking for a snooker, it's a good snooker and possibly a free. Lost his first 2, and now he's won his final 2 against Ali Carter and Ryan Day, 2 big scalps, and sits on 2 points himself, so very tight at the top of the table.
Don't concede it.
And there's the frame concession, just too much to do for Chris Wakelin there. So Chris Wakelin and Jiahui end their day